everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a 30-week pregnancy update. So we are now officially in the 3rd trimester and I cannot believe how quickly that's come round. It goes slow but at the same time it flies by. So 10 weeks to go, we're getting prepped. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling, things that have changed, my body, what stage we're at in terms of preparing for the baby. So if we start with how I'm doing, so I think all in all I'm doing pretty well really. I don't really have any major concerns at this stage. If you've watched any of my previous videos you will have noticed me saying that my legs started to ache quite a bit in bed, but I used to just put a pillow between my legs and problem solved. I did go through a stage a few weeks ago of maybe 2 or 3 weeks of that not working. And I haven't got a pregnancy pillow because I just did not want to invest in one. I'm a real stinge bag and I just think they're so big and bulky, and what do you do with it afterwards, because I can't imagine that anybody's going to buy a second-hand pregnancy pillow. So I didn't get one. So I've just been using pillows. So I had the pillow between my legs and that worked fine for a while. And it has started to work again recently, but if I do go to sleep without that pillow in between my legs, my whole legs and bum cheeks go numb and you wake up and it's so painful. So if anyone is struggling with that, try that. I've also started to put up another pillow, Lou loves it, another pillow under my bump in bed because I feel like that helps my legs too. And I don't know if it's just sort of taking that pressure off that's stopping. It must be like trapping a nerve or something, so if I take that pressure off it helps. It's just a bit annoying when you've gone to bed and there's just pillows everywhere, but it is working, so I'm trying whatever I can at the moment. Obviously it's been quite warm recently, so we're just entering June, well, we're midway through June now, and we have had some very warm weather, so luckily our bedroom just stayed quite cool and we have the windows open, but there has been the odd night where I've really been warm, and also in the daytime with this hot weather. So the last weekend just gone was really hot, and we're lucky to live by the beach, and the beach was nice because there was a sea breeze, but as soon as we left and went inland, we went to my sister's, no breeze, too hot. We had a barbecue, and normally I'm fine in the sun and I thought I would be absolutely fine, but I struggled and I had to have a fan. I had my feet in a bucket of water, I had a spray bottle, and I still had to go and sit inside sometimes, so it wasn't the best, but you can't moan about the sun in this country because we don't get it enough. But I suppose that's what you get when you're having a baby due at the end of August, all of summer. It's lovely. But yeah, I've just been trying to wear loose clothing or little clothing, so I bought some maternity shorts, 2 pairs, and a maternity swimming costume, which I'm really happy about. Quite enjoy that. And I did try and get some maternity jumpsuits and things, but they are not flattering in the slightest. But luckily I have a few loose summer dresses from last year that I can wear that are quite thin material, so they kept me quite cool. I'm also getting a little bit more tired. I'm still not doing too bad, I don't think, compared to some people I have spoken to, but I think that is mainly because I'm still working at home. So obviously the pandemic, and I don't start work till 8:30, which compared to my last job is a massive line for me anyway, because I used to start at 7 and I'm not commuting, so I get that little bit extra in bed. And if I'm not going on any calls or anything that day, no makeup needed, so you don't, all I have to do is literally the minimal when I get ready in the morning. And also we go to bed quite early because Lou gets up really early for work, so I am getting not solid sleep, but I'm getting 8-9 hours or so most nights. Broken because I am going for a wee and tossing and turning and things, but I think that has massively contributed to me not feeling exhausted all the time. So I am getting tired, and especially if I'm going for a walk or I've been quite active that day, I do definitely feel it a lot more. And I can't remember what it's like to not be pregnant. I said this to Lou the other day, I used to like run up the stairs and do like 2 or 3 at a time. I can barely even walk upstairs now without slowing right down and running out of breath. So it would be nice to get that back at some stage. I hope it comes back. I can't imagine being nimble again. Even just bending down and trying to get back up off the floor is a struggle, but it's what you have to do, isn't it? So yeah, tiredness is sort of setting in a little bit. Lou's been a godsend at night time, especially with dinners, and he works long hours too, so I'm very grateful for him. But it's just, yeah, tiredness. I dread to think what it would be like if we have a second child, because it'll be a massive shock to the system, I think. In terms of my body, so obviously Bumpy's getting bigger. I may try and put in some bump shots. I still think I've got quite a small bump for 30 weeks, but it's definitely popping out now. Everything's squished, so I'm eating. People say you get quite hungry and you eat more, but I feel like I'm not as much, and I think that is partly because everything's squashed and it's uncomfortable. So we are the sort of people that have big portions at dinner, but I'm struggling with that at the minute because it's just so hard. It's not even just the fact that my stomach's squashed, it's that I can't breathe as well either because it's all like up here. I have to find myself taking quite big gaps in between mouthfuls so that I can let my food go down, or I go like this so my stomach can stretch out a little bit. I am trying to eat more fruit and veg, and I am the sort of person that used to eat quite a lot anyway, but I definitely notice now if I've had a few days of not so great dinners that I am constipated. Sorry if that's too much information, but you need to know. And yeah, finding that the fruit and veg definitely help, and getting that fibre. If you are struggling with that, just get as much as you can. I have noticed the past month or so that my weight gain has increased a bit more, and I'm guessing that's because the baby is getting bigger quicker. So I think they say that baby is about 2.5 to 3 pounds at this stage. And obviously I am being active, but perhaps not as active as I was at the start because it's harder. But I'm not doing too bad. I think I'm at about 1.5 stone at the moment, so I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna put pressure on myself. Another thing that happened last week, we were sat in the nursery and Lou was building the furniture, that's where I am now. He was building the furniture and I was just sat watching. And it's weird, so I'd ordered some breast pads and things like from a hospital bag, and I was sat on the floor in here watching him and just looking at them, and within 10 minutes my boob started leaking, and it never leaked before that. I just looked down and I had a big wet patch, so that was interesting. Me and Lou both looked at each other like, oh! So I put some of them in, and ever since then they have leaks every day. Not massive amount, but I feel that it's wet there, so good job I got them in time really. And I spoke to my sister about it, and she's told me it's going to get a lot worse once the baby's actually here and the milk comes in, so getting prepared for that. I am going to try and breastfeed, so we'll see how that goes, but I was very grateful to have those breast pads there on that day so I could use them, and they're quite easy to use, so got a bit of experience with it. But it's so weird to like see that your boobs leak, like if it's your first baby and you've never had that before. I was like, I'm literally a milk maker. Makes you feel so good. So in terms of how prepared we are for the baby, so we're getting there. So I'm in the nursery at the minute, as I said. We've got all the furniture, and this is the sort of style we've gone for. So it's all grey with bits of wood on it, like brown wood, which I really like. It's from Argos. It's a Mamas and Papas one. And I think it was £600 for the chest of drawers with the changing table on, and that top bit comes off, so when we don't need that anymore it can just come off and then it's just chest drawers. The cot, which then turns into a bed that they can use until they're 4 I think, and then a wardrobe. So I was really happy with that £600, and we had a £50 voucher as well, so it was only actually £5.50. And Lou was very impressed. So Lou's a carpenter, and he was very impressed with how well it all went together and how sturdy it was, especially the cot, which I said, well, I suppose they have to be, health and safety. But yeah, really happy with it. So that's all built, obviously. You can see we've painted the walls and it's all been glossed and everything. We've got mattress in the cot, that's ready to go. We've got pushchair. We've had that quite a while. I don't know if I've mentioned that already. You can sort of see it there. We've got Moses basket. I'm buying, in fact I'm going to pick it up later, my friend's sister is giving us, well, selling us a next to me crib, which is the exact one I was going to buy, but she's selling it to us half the price, so I'm happy with that. And prep machine. So all in all, we're quite sorted. I know I said I'm breastfeeding, but I'm getting a prep machine just in case. We've got baby bath seat. I've got quite a lot of clothes. We haven't bought any really ourselves. I've bought a few bits, but we haven't necessarily bought a lot ourselves, but the wardrobe is quite full already for like gifted things. But I've sorted through it and sort of figured out what we need and how much of what we need, so I just need to get buying. It's hard because we're sort of in that limbo stage at the moment where I don't know whether to buy things or not. And the drawers, I bought some drawer organisers and I sort of was putting things in there yesterday, and I know it's not been washed and it needs to all come out anyway, but you get excited. Like I don't want to leave it all because I'm too excited not to play with it. But yeah, I know at the same time it is a waste of time, but I do tend to find myself every single day in this room just pottering around. It just makes me really excited. And I've been looking online at little decor bits to put in here. So we've ordered the curtains as well, so there isn't actually any curtains in here at the moment. And the poles here, we just haven't got the curtains, so they should come in a couple of weeks. And yeah, we are doing quite well, to be honest. I feel like I'm quite organised. We've just got, yeah, the little bits that you don't necessarily think about to sort out. My hospital bag needs to get moving. I know we've got 10 weeks, but I like to be organised. So I'm not going to buy a new bag. My sister's got loads of things like that I can use, so I'm going to borrow one of her. And I've started buying little bits for that for me. So like I say, I've got breast pads and like sanitary towels for me, nipple cream and things like that already. I need to figure out what outfit I want to bring her home from the hospital in, because I really cannot decide. I feel like it's got to be something like special, but I don't know. Yeah, I need to order her bag. I'll get her a bag. And also need to decide where we're having the baby, because I absolutely do not know. So our options are, we've got the main hospital down in Cornwall, which is Truro, which is about 40 minutes from us. So obviously it's quite far. And I know COVID restrictions are meant to have lifted by August, but whether or not, A, will they have, and B, if they have, I don't know if hospitals will still be lax. So Truro, obviously it's nice to be in a hospital because you feel safer, but it means Lou will be in and out. I don't know what the rules will be. But there's also a birthing centre in our little town, which is literally a 3-minute drive from my house, which appeals to me massively because they can only have one person in there at a time having a baby. So all the focus is on you, which I really like, but also the only pain relief they offer is gas and air, which now I can sit here and say that I don't want an epidural, and I do only want gas and air, but naive to the labour, and I've never had a baby before, who knows? I don't want to regret this. I know after I have the baby I will be glad that I haven't had one, but during the process I will probably end up trying to kill somebody unless they give me an epidural. But yeah, and also the thing that worries me about that is I am 40 minutes from the hospital. I know they have got ambulances on site and it probably would take them 15-20 minutes to get me there, but I don't know, it plays on my mind a bit, so we're still trying to decide that in a minute. I've got my next midwife appointment on Thursday next week, so I think I'm going to get Lou to come with me and have a look round so he can see as well. I mean, obviously he's got no idea and he's not the one going through it, so it is mainly me. But yeah, they've got a nice pool there as well in the room, which Lou is against the pool. In his head, he thinks the pool is going to be a swamp full of my bodily fluids. I don't know why he thinks that. I've explained to him it's not like that, but I don't know. He seems very against it. But anyway, I've rambled on for quite a long time now. I just wanted to give people an update as to where I am. Yeah, I perhaps won't do an update like this for a few weeks. I might do one at like 35 weeks. And as I say, I will be doing the nursery tour, so hopefully we'll be done by 35 weeks, but who knows because time goes so quickly. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.